You know, if I may be as bold to ask, what's on your plate today on Tofer's Take? So, right now, two things are happening. A, we are about to have a storm, and I'm going to try to get this done before the storm. But, what's on your plate? I mean, I know this, in 2 days it's going to be Good Friday, and then Easter after that. What's on your plate? I mean, we have the coronavirus going on, and that's probably going to affect what some of us do for the holiday. But what's on your plate? See, I got to thinking about this a little. This will be my third year celebrating the Passover. And, sorry, just felt a couple sprinkles. But this is going to be my third year celebrating the Passover. Once with a couple of my friends, and once with my church. And you see, I know a lot of families have a lot of Passover traditions. And if you looked at my meal, it is by no means the traditional Passover meal, And I'm using a tortilla instead of matzah. I got the applesauce from Mara, even some horseradish, for bitter herbs I got from work. I mean, look at me. Do I look at all traditional in general? But you see, we all have things we got to do, or that we feel like we do, have to do. And yes, this meal was meant to be eaten in a hurry because of, them leaving Egypt. But I kind of believe they kept it simple. Like unleavened bread was the simplest way to make bread with the fewest ingredients. And I think today in our faith we add so many ingredients that we forget to get back to the simple stuff. So what's on your plate? And honestly, I have no idea what my tradition is going to look like for Passover. I mean, judging by the years past, it's go somewhere and do something with people. And I'm kind of hoping I do this, via this podcast. But I don't want to get so caught up with traditions, and I don't want to get my plate so full of traditions. Oh, we have to do it this way. Oh, it has to be like this. We have to do that. Oh, and we're not commanded to do this, but we've always done it like this, That I forget why we have those traditions and why those traditions are important. Each meal, each item, on the plate, it's symbolic. It reminds us of the journey we took, out of bondage, out of Egypt, and into freedom, into the promised land, and into Christ. So I know this is probably a little bit short than my, some of my videos have been lately, but I just wanted to ask, as we look toward, Passover, we look toward Easter, and we look toward traditions. And some of those traditions we might not do this year. I just want to take a second to pause and ask, what's on your plate? Are you keeping the traditions just because you've always kept them, or are you stopping to smell and see the significance behind them? Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Peace. Okay, so there is one Passover tradition I'm going to try to get done before I get too wet out here. It's one of my favorite Passover traditions, and I learned this 3 years ago, and it's still stuck with me. Die, die, inu, die, die, inu, die, die, inu, die, inu, die, inu, die, die, inu, die, die, inu, die, die, inu, die, inu, die. That's a Hebrew phrase meaning it would have been enough, or it would have sufficed. Look up that song if you get a chance. Peace.